Alright, this is some weather, but hey, welcome to Canada, right? I'm driving to see my son. Well, on the drive, I had some thoughts, and I thought I would share if I can get my camera set up. So I gotta focus on driving in this weather, so I wish I just had a little more. There we go. So basically what I was thinking about, and I don't think I'm far off to what a lot of other people are, like where their minds and hearts are at right now, because life is kind of taking a turn in like many different directions all at once. Like, one, we're being annihilated financially, you know, on every level. We can see this. I don't think there's anybody that isn't aware of what's going on. I mean, what I'm thinking though, on the flip side of it, is what's happening is it's causing us to wake up and reevaluate our lives, right? Reevaluate who we are, the choices we're making, and what we, like, I think the biggest thing is what we value, you know, like what we value in this life. I mean, for one, even looking at like the pay structure for, you know, what you do, we value the wrong things. Like, somebody who's building your home can't feed his family, but a football player, you know, can afford to, you know, live it up. It's a little screwed up. It's a little upside down, I think, right? Like, I'm just navigating the road at the same time, but it's backwards. Like, everything's kind of upside down, and, you know, good people are suffering, and, well, people across the board. I mean, why are people angry and frustrated and, you know, harmful and, you know, self-harming, like all these things? Because basically this life is sucking the life. It's draining like the soul out of us, because it's not a worthy life, let's face it. And we play a role in this, you know, we play a role. And I think being crushed the way we are right now is forcing our evolution, because that's what happens when our environment is if we can't thrive in our environment, which is across the board here. This is like a global thing. It's not like, you know, one city or one town here. It's us, it's globally, and we're not, you know, the focus is always on what's being done to us, but never what we are doing. And I think that's the biggest thing, is we need to evolve. We need to start making healthier and better choices for ourselves, for our family. Like, where is your heart center? Because that's where we need to be living. Is like, where can we find a way to thrive in this life so that we can change it? Like, what choices just in your personal life, not on a global scale, because that's not going to happen. But it's in each individual. Like, what can you do in your life? Like, that's what I'm looking at. That's why I'm bringing it up, because I know I'm not the only one here. I know I've had enough. Like, I've had enough suffering. I've had enough pain. And you know what? Ultimately, it was my own choices that led me down that road. Even if I was unaware and unconscious, you know, I chose it. I chose the hell because it was all I knew. And that's a sad fact, right? And that's a lot of people. We choose it because it's all we know. We don't know a difference, even in what we're doing to other people, what we're doing to ourselves. And we need to make better choices in order to evolve and change, you know, what is going on. And stop handing it over to somebody else that supposedly has a power. And it's not that I don't, like, I see everything that's happening, and it's government and blah, 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 and there's evil ones. Absolutely, there are. But we're the ones that fund them. We're the ones that feed them. We're the ones that say, yes, you have power over me, and so therefore you do. So how do we change it? Right? Take your power back in your day-to-day life. Make better choices. Shop local. You know, spend more time with your family. And if you don't have family, find one. You know, there's always people out there that need connections, not just you. If you're alone and isolated, get unisolated. Get out, you know, go meet people. You know, there's the meetup groups. That's a great way. Like, there's always a way to meet people, even in, like, whatever you enjoy doing. But it's starting to shift focus into how can you enjoy yourself? How can you find love in this life? And how can you start to thrive and live more in your passion? Whatever that might be, because that's where we're at. Like, if we don't shift in ourselves and our own lives and heal and let go of this pain and the suffering, you know, that's what we're going to continue to do, and we're going to continue handing it over to somebody else who, you know, doesn't care. You know, like, they don't care. And this world does not need to be the way it is, and we do not need to be suffering the way we are. So it's time to let go and change. All right, bye.